Nancy Guthrie is still missing and the family needs your help. Or wait, maybe the family is involved? Let's get into it.
Not that any amount of money is okay, but listen up. Again, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 different sources are confirming that Ashley Banfield's source in law enforcement is correct. But the FBI has came back in. FBI has came back in, and not only are they interviewing the sister right now, we just saw her walking from the home, but they're re-looking back at the house that they had already let people come in and said they didn't need to. They didn't need it. Now they're getting more evidence.
Her daughter Annie and her partner Tommaso Cioni dropped her off at home after a night out. It's been confirmed that Nancy was last seen by these two individuals right here, which automatically makes them persons of interest, not suspects, but persons of interest. We're also finding out through Ashley Banfield's credible source that authorities have impounded Annie's vehicle. They have taken that in and they are testing it and processing it as possibly being connected to Nancy's disappearance. And that Tommaso, someone who lives about 10 minutes away from Nancy, someone who was one of the last people to see her alive, someone who knows this residence and where the cameras are, and someone who has access to Annie's vehicle, is being looked at as a prime suspect right now. Doesn't mean that he is an actual suspect or that he'll be considered one in a couple of days, but that is what currently law enforcement is looking into. Now, we did get a little bit more information as to why law enforcement believes something happened to Nancy in the early morning hours of February 1st, 2026, and it's because of her pacemaker, the pacemaker that she had.
All right, so just another minute or so. Guys, I'm watching that, and I appreciate you guys. They're still standing out there talking, and if you can ease up on I can see you guys. I can see the chat. I promise I'll get to the super stickers and all that. I don't see anything new. Thank you, Kathy, for gifting the Guilty of Crime membership. Sadie's mama, I thank you. If you guys have something and you want to say it, put a super chat or a super sticker for me, but please ease up on the all caps and synth. When you do it as a mod, then other people do it. If we could not do all caps, that would be great. That way other people don't. And Juliet, what's up, my girl? You're a badass. All right, let's keep going. Why would anyone think they could get away with this? Well, same thing with the Teppies. The Teppy murder, as soon as they saw that, and thank you, Kathy, I'm about to check my messages right now, my friend. Let's listen about the pacemaker, and then we'll get into it next.
Has reportedly separated from the device that it's connected to in her bedroom on February 1st around 2 o'clock in the morning. And it didn't separate because she died. It separated because it basically stopped connecting. So think of it like AirPods. If you put your phone down in your bed and you run to the grocery store, the AirPods are going to disconnect from your phone because they're no longer in range. Now, last night I started looking into Tommaso, and I found out that he was at one point a middle school science teacher. He's from Italy. He loves to write poetry. He was in a band. According to all of these teacher appreciation posts, people seem to have loved him. They said that he was an amazing teacher. Former students of his from years ago stated that he was such an inspiration, that he was kind, he was awesome. Tommaso was also in a band called Early Black. I was looking into that.
Tommaso. All right, I don't know what you guys, I can't see what you emailed me, Kathy. Normally you send me some really good up-to-date information, but I don't even see an email from you, and I've still got 3,300 in chat, guys. If you know my phone number, guys, mods, please text me, okay? And otherwise, let me know what's up. Yeah, starving artist, that's what I'm saying. And looking into it, man, it's crazy. Was Tommaso with them at the Mahjong game? I don't know. What's up, Wyatt? All right, let's keep going. I've got so much more. I'm waiting.
Band too. It's from the 2000s, and one of his debut albums was called Life, Love, Love, Murder. So that's definitely interesting in my eyes. Now, I've been saying this since the very beginning. Nancy was only discovered to be missing after someone from church contacted family and let them know that she did not show up for church on.
And then what happened? And they're still saying Nancy's son-in-law is being looked at as a prime suspect. They're doubling down. Now, Kathy, I thank you for emailing me. I saw the article. There's another article where one of the neighbors, and again, this reminds me of the Scott Peterson case and several others, right? There's a mystery prowler that was spotted near Nancy Guthrie's $1 million home just weeks before her abduction. I already saw that. You know, officials are investigating the disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy, and a possible link, they say, in the case is a mysterious person spotted near her property weeks ago. But it wasn't really her, it was someone else, allegedly. All right, the lurker fled the scene after triggering a motion sensor, which caused floodlights to switch up. No one was able to get a look at the person's face. The sheriff's department said the tip was sent to investigators. We have nothing. We don't have a car. We don't have a face. We don't have anything. It's an old neighbor that may have saw something. They said we have nothing else to go on to believe that she's there. We have no other suspects. They believe she's present and she's alive, and we want to save her. But none of that says anything about another suspect, guys. All right? Let's keep going. Thank
Sunday,
you, though.
February 1st. Authorities say that a member of Nancy's family or family members, they didn't specify it was one person or multiple people, arrived to her residence around 11 to check on her to see where she was. They looked around for her for an hour before calling authorities at noon. So
tell me something's not off on that. That house takes you an hour to look for it. What? And yeah, we're the whole thing. Don't worry, Clark. There was 4,000 people in chat. Okay, so why police identify this suspect in the Nancy Guthrie case is what I'm talking about today. Could an inheritance be the motive? In my opinion, yes. Okay, so again, this is my channel and my commentary. Everything is in my opinion. Okay, you guys don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. If someone doesn't realize that I'm not Fox News or News Nation, then they're on the wrong channel. But this lady's out there again. Something's going on. Regardless of what anyone says, something's happening right now. Let's continue with this.
who was at her residence between 11 and 12 looking for her and not seeing blood in the front of the house, not noticing.
That's what I'm saying. But in a different article, guys, it's saying that her daughter and her daughter's husband were the one that went back to go find her, and then they called 911 an hour later. Okay, so why I think police identified Tomas as a suspect in the case, and could an inheritance be a motive rather than $2 million Bitcoin? I think that $2 million Bitcoin ransom was absolutely a sham and a hoax to get them to look for other people. All right. And I appreciate you so much, you guys. So much. Smash it. Smash it. I'm still watching her. She's waiting. Law enforcement's still out there and they're all waiting on updates, guys. I'm right here with you. All right, let's keep going.
That the cameras were smashed, not noticing that the back door was left wide open to the point that it took an
Now think about this. If that's the case, and oh, there they go again. They're coming back. Let's finish this.
hour for law enforcement to be contacted. Could it have been Tommaso? So now
See?
when we look at him as possibly being a prime suspect in all of this, what is motive? Well, this woman was an elderly woman who required a lot of assistance, who probably had a lot of money. Is it possible that he saw this as an opportunity to take her out of the picture so that he did not have to help care for her anymore? Maybe have
I don't think that's a case at all. And I don't think that the daughter didn't want it. I don't think they were taking care of her, folks. I think they wanted the inheritance money, plain period. And I'll go back and forth. They're still reporting.
To help fund her care, maybe so that he could have access to some of that money. We really don't know right now. This is just speculation. Of course, more information is going to come out, so please withhold from being too hard on these people. I just wanted to share what's coming out and what is circulating online to keep.
And if it's not an inheritance, it could be a life insurance. It could be the home. It could be her cars, guys. People kill for $200. Somebody took her and somebody sent ransom notes to the news. All right. And she's missing still.
Everyone in the loop as we prepare for what is probably going to come out next. Let me know what you guys are thinking and make sure you're following.
All right. So again, I'm following the leads that I have, and that's the leads that I have now. She went on to this, and I'm still waiting. Look here. This is what's going on here. If I turn it up, they're back there. They're still working and they're waiting. So I'm going to watch that on my end and continue with my coverage, because today's episode is about Nancy Guthrie still missing and why I believe police identify Thomas and Annie as a suspect. All right. It looks like they're getting ready to talk again, but they keep putting the music back. All right, Tommaso and Annie. It could have been $500. It could have been her gold chain, guys. It could have been $20. People kill for nothing nowadays. But what we know is that she's missing. We hope she's still alive. And the credible news source, I think is credible law enforcement news says, and I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to pause this, or I'm going to continue watching this, but I'm waiting for her to come back. She's even waiting. She's like, come on, people, let's get with it. I want to report on this thing. I want to do it now. All right, listen. So she went on. Megan Kelly said, listen, Ashley Banfield, if you're going to go on every damn news station and tell us about your credible law enforcement, reliable source, come on my show. Let's talk about it. Ashley Banfield has been on probably, I've seen her on like 6 or 7 different shows, news stations, television shows about her source.
Rather shocking. We're going to bring her in now. Ashley Banfield, thank you so much for joining us. So tell us what you say, very reliable law enforcement source told you about a possible suspect in the case.
Now, this is not the drop dead serious episode that you might have seen last night. This is not. All right. This is not. It's not at all. This is completely separate. This is Megan Kelly reaching out and saying, listen, BZ, you got us a lead and everyone's talking about the lead you got. Get your ass on here and tell me about your source. All right. That's what she said. All right. And I'm still watching.
Sure. So after almost 4 decades in this business, I've collected a few friends at the FBI and in local law enforcement all over the country. And the source that I have is impeccable. And he said that not only were the cameras smashed, plural cameras smashed, so that the suspect likely knew about the locations of them, but that the car belonging to the sister of Savannah Guthrie, Annie Guthrie, was towed, impounded, and taken into evidence. And this is the wording. It's very important.
Which, by the way, and yes, the wording is very important.